Hey guys, I'm Dean. This is a 5-minute routine to strengthen your core for New Year's 2025. First pose is a bird dog. This is really good for your core. You're going to start with your hands under your shoulders, knees under hips, pull your belly button toward your lower back so your abs are tight. Extend your left arm forward, squeeze the arm up as high as possible, and then without moving your hips, press your right leg straight back and flex your toes toward you. For the last oomph here, squeeze your right hand and your left knee toward one another. Look straight down on the ground. And remember to try to keep your hips squared. Continue to pull your belly button toward your lower back. It should feel just like you're doing a plank here. And breathe in and out of your nose to help maintain control over your body. It should feel, again, a lot of core activity as you're holding this. This is a basic but very effective core stabilizing exercise. It's helping you identify left to right imbalances. This is really good for back pain if you have back pain. We're also doing a good amount of posture work here too. So if you want to work on your posture, you slump a lot, this is good for that. Take one more breath here. And then go ahead and release. Each one of these poses is about 1 minute, by the way. Go ahead and squeeze your right arm up, switching sides. Without moving your hips, bring your left leg straight back. Flex your toes toward you. Press your heel away from you. Look straight down at the ground. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. And then hug your left hand and your right knee toward one another. As you do that, you should feel the muscles in your ab really start to engage. If you're shaking, that's good. That means that your body is reacting well to the exercise. And that's how you get stronger. Breathe in and out of your nose, holding this for a total of 1 minute. Again, this is something that you can do every day if you want to. Best way to get results is to be consistent. Make sure that you're following a program for best results. If you want longer workouts or more explanation, follow a full program in the members area and app with Manful Yoga, obviously. All right, go ahead and release. From here, we're going to take it down into a side plank. So quick variations here. You can rest on your knees if you want. You can stagger your stance with your feet like this, or you can stack your feet. So choose whichever variation works for you. Make sure your hips drive up nice and high. Roll back your top shoulder so your left shoulder is stacked on top of the right shoulder. Left hand can relax on the hip, or you can extend the arms straight up. This is one of the harder poses within our community. So if you struggle with this, that's normal. Most people do. But it's a good thing to work on. Really good for your core, working obliques right here. But this is also really good for your back. You're doing a lot of good upper back strengthening. And there's not a lot of that in yoga. So this is a really good pose for that. Continue to drive your hips up. We're going to hold here for one more breath. Slow, controlled in and out of your nose the best you can. And then release. Okay, switching sides. So once again, you've got variations here. You can stack your knees on the ground like this. You can stagger your stance with your feet spread, or stack your feet. So do whichever one works for you. Technique is more important than pushing yourself above a level you can't do properly. So start with the easier options and build from there. Shoulders are going to be stacked above your elbow. Extend your right arm up if you want, or right hand on the hip. Just depends on what feels good right now. Remember, what feels good right now, not necessarily what you were able to do 6 months ago. If you guys fall off the wagon, it's a very normal part of fitness. Get back on again. It's okay. It's another big struggle within our community we hear about all the time. It's very normal. It happens to me as well. So sometimes you'll be really good with your fitness. Other times you won't be. Take another breath here. And then slowly release. All right, guys, coming into our last pose here, we're going to do a boat. This is one of my favorite exercises for core. You're going to start in this seated position like this with your knees bent. Get as upright as you can. You're going to lift one leg at a time. Make sure the muscles in your thighs and hips are active here. And then come into boat. So you're going to start with your knees, your shins kind of parallel to the floor. And you're using your hip flexors to keep yourself upright here. If you notice that you're kind of falling backwards, or if your lower back is hurting, that means that you're just not using hips and core enough. You can also relax your arms kind of along your sides to help prop you up a little bit if that helps. This is a really intense exercise, but super effective. This is a challenging exercise even for people who work out a lot, just because it does target muscles that we don't normally get. We're here for 10 more seconds, guys. Do the best you can to make this more challenging. You can extend the legs. You can lift the chest higher. Remember, this is something that comes with time and practice, so be consistent. You'll get stronger. You'll get better at this stuff. And then go ahead and release. If you guys enjoyed this workout, be sure to check out the rest of the videos in this 5-minute New Year's 2025 series. They're free here on the Manful Yoga YouTube channel. Leave a comment if you have some questions or feedback. Subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Like the video if you found it helpful. And if you want to check out the first video in this New Year's series, go ahead and click over here right now. That first one is focused on balance.